Hey guys, it's Real Estate and Barbecue, and today we're doing Mezcal margaritas for Cinco de Mayo. Stay tuned. So we're doing Mezcal margaritas for Cinco de Mayo. I also have a pulled pork on the barbecue right now. Smoker, we're doing carnitas later on for dinner. It's gonna be fantastic. So in the spirit of Cinco de Mayo, let's make a margarita but with Mezcal and a couple little twists to incorporate that barbecue feel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill the shaker with some ice. All right, we're gonna take 1.5 ounces of Mezcal. We're using this Mezcal, I can't pronounce it, but it is absolutely delicious. A little pricier, but I find that it is much better than your typical Mezcal. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of this guy. There we go. We're gonna do 3/4 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. I just squeezed squeezed it. Fresh lime juice is always better. Don't use that little squirty thing, not so good. And then we're going to use 1/2 ounce of triple sec. It's an orange liqueur, just to sweeten this up a little bit. If you don't have triple sec, you can use Grand Marnier. It has a little orange liqueur with some brandy in it. It's quite good. So we'll find the top here. We'll shake it up. And one special thing, almost forgot. Add a little lime. It's right to the side of the glass right there. And I have some smoked salt that I've used on the barbecue. And we're just going to dab it on there. So we just get a little bit of salt on there. If you want salt, you can have the whole thing. I like to do a little bit of, like 1/4 of it. I'm gonna add a couple ice cubes in here. I do have some smoked ice, some large ice cubes, but I do like a margarita with some smaller cubes. So we'll pour it out. You can smell the smokiness too. It's really nice. So I should have added more ice. But what we'll do for a simple garnish is I smoked some lime wheels. They smell very, very delicious. We'll add that as a little bit of a garnish. Let's try it out. Oh, that's good. It's a little strong, so you can't have too many of these, but it is absolutely fantastic. Now, on the real estate side of things, the April stats have come out, and I was correct in assuming that the sales were drastically going to drop. In fact, they dropped about 63%. But on the positive note, the prices really haven't, they've stayed fairly steady, and they haven't fluctuated a lot. In fact, if we look at last year's numbers, if we look at April's numbers of 2019 versus this year's numbers, the average price point has actually increased a little over 7%. So that's great news. You know, we haven't seen a huge drop in price. We haven't seen much fluctuation at all. And if we look at a year-over-year basis, which we typically do because there's ebbs and flows, that's a great sign. If we look at last month, yes, the average price point did drop a little bit, but it's fairly small, about 2.6%. I attribute that to the luxury market, the high-end market over that $1 million mark. There were less sales in the month of April. So I think that has a fairly substantial effect on that average price point. So if you have any questions about Cinco de Mayo, about cocktails, barbecue, and especially real estate, you just give me a call, Erik, Erwin with Chestnut Park. Take care, guys.